Howdy YouTube. Mike Hall here for Naps New Age Pipe Smokers. Hope y'all are doing well today. I'm not doing too bad considering I'm working on a Sunday, but you know, there's worse things. It's a pretty day at least. Right now I'm smoking some, just finishing up a bowl of last year's Sun Bear Black Locust, because I wanted to compare it to this year's Sun Bear Mountain Flower, which I have had for a couple days. I opened the tin, but I haven't tried it yet. I like to, especially younger Virginia blends, I really like to crack the tin and just give it a day or two of that fresh air working on it, not leaving it open obviously, but after that introduction of oxygen, it really seems to help with Virginias, especially young Virginias. Right now I'm smoking this in, this is basically a basket pipe. I got it at John's Pipe Shop in St. Louis. I think it was like $60 or something. They had a few pipes from the same maker, but I cannot remember what their name was. It wasn't anyone I recognized or anything, and they were all in a, you know, pretty good budget range, about $60. Great smoker though. But the main reason I chose this pipe is because I have this pipe for the Mountain Flower, and these two pipes are virtually identical in their smoking characteristics. So I figured that way it would give me a good reading. Before I talk about the taste, let's take a look at this. One of the first things that struck me is that the Mountain Flower is significantly darker than Black Locust was. I mean, that could just be variations in the leaf or in the tin. Not sure, but you might be able to see those. Well, I'm not sure how it will show up on the camera, but Mountain Flower here definitely has a significantly larger portion of dark leaf in it, or maybe it was stoved differently or something. The tin note, so as to be expected, the Black Locust, the topping, the odor of it has dissipated a little bit. It's still very much there, and you can taste it in the smoke, which is nice. But it's definitely gone down some. And the tin note from this is basically how I remember it from the beginning. It's you get a lot of honey and a lot of you get that tequila and elderflower, like all the scents are there. But in Black Locust in particular, I didn't get much fruity in the tin note or in the smoke, which is different from the first 2 years of Sun Bear that I tried. Both of those seem to have more of a fruit note, both in the topping and in the smoke itself. I don't know if that's just the honey that they used or if there's any other undisclosed ingredients in the topping, but that's the impression I got. Whereas the Mountain Flower, I definitely get berries. I mean, I want to say it's not just the power of suggestion, even though I've been hearing people talk about blueberry muffins and, you know, everything else when it comes to the tin note, but I definitely get a fruity, not quite citrusy, but yeah, like a berry scent that's not in the Black Locust at all. But it reminds me of some of the 2019 and 2020 Sun Bear that I've tried. Unfortunately, I don't have any of either of those left. Yeah, this Black Locust is about done. In the smoke for the Black Locust, though, it's the same as the tin note. I really don't get any fruit. The berries and that tang just isn't there. The honey's definitely there. And it's still there even though this bowl is, 3/4 of the way gone. But the honey taste is still very prevalent. Virginias in here seem like they've gotten a little deeper. Not quite as sharp as they were a year ago. But still very much bright. Like, it's definitely tastes like I would call this a bright Virginia flake rather than a red Virginia flake, even though it does have some reds in it. Because that seems to be where the emphasis lies. Good stuff, though. I stumbled onto one of my very favorite blends, which is Bijou, which uses the I think like 19-year-old red Virginias that they put in Anthology recently. I stumbled onto that because I was looking for something in C&D's portfolio that was a Virginia Oriental blend with honey, because that's what Sun Bear is. And I actually ended up liking Bijou a whole lot better. Just the aged Virginias are so good in that. And it's a more like earthy, deep flavored Virginia as opposed to the bright, zingy sort of Virginias that Sun Bear focuses more on. But yeah, Sun Bear's no slouch. It's good stuff. You will want to take it a little slow. Sip on it. Don't be shy of relights. It's much better to relight a blend like this to even out the smoking characteristics than to sit there and puff and puff and puff and get your pipe all hot. Well, I'm gonna give this mountain flower a try now. I haven't smoked any of this yet. Like I said, I just got the tin and opened it and kind of let it breathe for a little bit. This pipe is, it's ironic, it's one of my favorite smokers, but this pipe cost $3 from RNA Treasures, which if you've never checked out that shop online, it's a pretty good place if you're trying to get some cheap knock-around pipes. He sells pretty much almost all unfinished pipes, and some of them are really great. I'm going to do a video soon, one of these days coming up, about cheap pipes and basket pipes and things like that. Like, are they really worth it? Because it's definitely a bit of a lottery. But this is a great smoking pipe. I love it. So anyway, let's see how this stuff tastes. Breeze is not cooperating with me. Interesting. I definitely taste a definite berry flavor just on the charring light it's 100% not there in the Black Locust. The Black Locust, I tasted the honey immediately right up front. That was the first thing I got, was just a generic honey taste. Not generic as in bad, but just nothing that made it stand out or seem different than any other honey. That charring light definitely just tasted like fruity, berry type taste. If this damn breeze will die down, I can get it actually lit. That is very interesting. That's better. I wonder if I'm just psyching myself out from looking at it and seeing that this looked darker, but it tastes darker. Like it's it really tastes like some of the Virginias were stoved. It's gotta be, because it says it's only bright Virginia. I thought there were some reds in here. I guess there aren't. Either that or there. Oh no, it says a blend of the finest bright and red Virginias. And Bosma and Izmir. Wow, this is really good. The just straight up honey essence seems less pronounced, and I definitely get more fruit. It's really strange. There's got to be some stoving going on with this. It's weird because if I did this blindly, if you put these two side by side, and I just smoked them, the tin note would make me realize this was the younger blend because the tin note's so much stronger. But if I just smoked them blindly, I probably would have guessed that this mountain flower was older. It's definitely smoother. It doesn't have as many sharp edges as the Black Locust does. The Black Locust was very bright forward. You could definitely taste the tanginess of the Virginias, versus not the tanginess of the topping, but the Virginias had that tang to them. But this doesn't really taste like that at all. It definitely tastes deeper. It tastes richer. Just a lot more bass notes. Not at all what I would have expected. It's really good. I have to say this stands head and shoulders above the Black Locust. And that's not to knock the Black Locust. It's still a very good blend, but I have to say I like this quite a bit better. I don't know if it's how much of a difference there is in the different honeys. Obviously, different honeys taste a lot different when you're eating them, but like smoking them, I'm not sure how big of a difference it would be. So I don't know if that's the honey or just because I gotta look at it again. Yeah. Again, I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but the Black Locust is significantly lighter in color than the mountain flower. So yeah, interesting. Well, I'm going to finish up this bowl and enjoy it, I guess. If you ever have a chance to do this, not even with small batches or anything necessarily, but just with any tobacco that you smoke regularly or that you enjoy, it can be an interesting experiment to try different years at different ages, because it can show you the effects of aging on the tobacco, and also just the differences, because recipes change over the years sometimes. Certain leaf varietals aren't available anymore, or certain crops, from year to year, the flavors change. So it's always an interesting comparison to make. Yeah, really good stuff though. So yeah, if you get a chance to, if you haven't gotten any and you stumble across some and get a chance to get any, this Sun Bear Mountain Flower is really good. That's a couple blends this year that the small batch blends that have kind of knocked my socks off. This and Anthology was really good too. I expected Anthology to be really good because it uses. I really love the Red Virginias and the aged Red Virginias and Bijou and the Red Virginias and Carolina Red Flake, and I mean, who doesn't love St. James Parish Perique? So I basically knew I was going to love that one right away. This I wasn't, quite as sure about, because Sun Bear's good, but it's sort of one of those just sometimes things for me. It's on a day like today. It's a nice, beautiful summer day. I'm working outside. This is a perfect blend for this time. But it's not the sort of blend that I normally gravitate towards. I normally gravitate towards things with a lot of dark fired in them, or like when I smoke Virginia blends, a lot of times it's stuff that's just got a huge whopping helping of Perique. So this is a little out of my normal wheelhouse, but it's good. I could smoke this all the time, I think. Well, I should probably get back to work, finish up this bowl. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. And remember, the universe may piss down the back of your neck every single day, but it will only drown you once. So keep your fucking chin up. Later.